นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมพุทธายะนะโมธัมมายะนะโมสังฆายะ Okay, so hello to all of you. I wanted to take some time to um, answer some questions. My time here is getting ready to go. You know, we had a bunch of time. Now it's going to become very limited because I was able to link up with my niece. I don't think I've shared any pictures yet with my niece and all of us at the monastery. And so just give me 1 second. Okay, so my niece and her future husband is all the way to my right. Okay, they're mechanics, and my niece's daughter is to my left. Xin chào. Lại vẫy tay không? Hả? Thử không? Ngại hả? Con này đứng ở đây nè, xong rồi thò cái đầu vô, xong rồi vẫy tay. Nè, ngay đây. Đó. Vẫy tay nè. Đó, thấy không? Chỉ có mình thôi, như là chụp hình selfie vậy thôi. Rồi, ok. Rồi, muốn cho vô phim luôn ha. Good. So I just wanted, there were some of you who wrote to me some questions here, and I wanted to take that time to answer some questions. It's really good. Every time I answer a question and I go live like this, is because you all can benefit from it. Y'all gonna hear some background noise because they're really loud over here. What is the motivation for Nitesh wrote to me, and this was like December of last year. I just now getting to it, so some of you don't get to it in time. Very busy. It says here about rebirth question. What is the motivation for doing good deeds and seeking a better rebirth if I have no memory of my previous life, and if there's no permanent self that will continue in the next life? Also, since mind stream gets transferred from one birth to the next, isn't it a form of self? Since it remains the same from one rebirth to next. I'm telling you, you all are. Điện thoại. I'm telling you, these folks are young. They're off the chain with their lives. We're getting ready to go into Ho Chi Minh City. Alright, so I called Natasha and explained shortly, but I told her I was going to be comprehensive and more effective in the answer. But let's see if I can get through this, right? So, number one, these things when you go into research of rebirths, deep or on surface level, it's a little difficult and you will left scratching your head, I understand, mutually. Because, well, I haven't died yet, and you haven't died yet. That's why you're watching this. So you're going to, of course, scratch your head and be like, how do I know what the reward is going to be? Favorable rebirth, unfavorable rebirth, hell realm, I don't know. Sixth realm rebirth, I don't know. So, what is important, what we can't actually realize, direct evidence, is when you do good and you give to people, right? Dedicating your body, speech, and mind, body, speech, and action, that you feel good at the end of the night knowing that you helped a homeless guy get a burger, gave someone $5, or whatever they did with it. Right place, right time, right people. So, you know, it's no different than the teachings of Christ, talking about how we can realize the kingdom of heaven here on earth. So my teaching is no different. Is that you can realize the heavenly realms right here on earth. I mean, heaven is right here. And that when you do good things, nice things for other people, I'm telling you, and I think I've repeated myself quite numerously. However, here in Vietnam, where I'm at, the economy sucks here, all right? Just like everywhere around the world. However, New Year just passed. So the majority of the people go to monasteries and they give. And just envelopes everywhere. So there's money in the envelopes. But the point is they know how to give. They give willingly, knowingly, and intentionally. Volitions. That has to do with volitions and direct karma. in Buddhism. And so therefore, and I'm okay with that, yeah? You all know that I examine the teachings, and if it doesn't make sense to me, it don't make sense to nobody else. If I'm able to prove the teaching is wrong, I leave the order, okay? And I haven't been able to find a fault in all of my research, including rebirth, including volitions and giving, the act of giving. It provokes wise fear about the unfavorable rebirth realms. When you die, your streams of consciousness continues. The practice of the non-self, not me, not mine, not I. But who really knows if our stream of consciousness continues, right? We play devil advocate in our head. So therefore, it provokes wise fear. And yeah, I take that wise fear seriously, because I don't want to like be born into a worm. Another venerable here in Ho Chi Minh City also said that, do you see there's more parasites, bacteria, and animals than there is humans? Which, of course, goes hand in hand with the teachings of the Buddha, of which the human is favorable rebirth realms, you know, get to enjoy worldly things, food, sensual pleasures, and so on. So again, it takes some reflections on all of you to think real hard, real long, and what I am expounding to all of you, that we should in fact have wise fear about the rebirth realm and the hell realm and all of this realm. Does it prevent you from living a full life? Should you be living in fear? No. What is wise fear? That, yeah, I don't want to come back into the next human realm. I mean, you get what I'm saying? This COVID thing and everything that we're seeing now, I don't want to come back into another realm. So therefore, I will in fact heed the advice of the Buddha. I will in fact give as much as I can. I will in fact meditate. I will in fact think nice and wisely of other people. I will be mindful of my speech. I will follow the Noble Eightfold Path. So you should too. It is a very good question. I mean, I can spend quite a long time, but because we have background noise, I'm just going to keep it short, concise, to the point for all of you. Let me see if I missed anything here. Okay. So my teachers have expounded this to me, and I will give it back to you, all of you. When we die, our streams of consciousness continues. We will take what we did that is good, that is bad with us, and we will take the knowledge that we have accumulated in this lifetime with us. Therefore, read more books, especially the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha. Don't waste time. It's just everything that I have said in the previous 9 years. Continue doing so. And I think Daniel also wrote to me here about, do you need to be completely dead before rebirth takes place? So my teacher also said, as soon as you take your last breath, you will instantaneously take rebirth, right after the cessation of all vital organs and functioning. So, also known as clinically dead. And so I also called Daniel and explained to him, let me see what else Daniel has. I am more specifically speaking about people with dementia and or advanced form of dementia. So yeah, you also want to do as much good as you can, because we're subject to the first noble truth, which is there is old age, disease, decay, birth, old age, disease, decay, and subsequent death. And if you stuck with the disease down the road, then I'm okay. Like, hell, I might have some form of mild cognitive impairment because I've learned to let go so much of my identity and myself and other things. That's why you all see sometimes during teachings that I'm like, huh, what? Say that again? Cite that sutta for me. Where did you find that? Google it for me. Represent it to me. If I have dementia tomorrow, I'll be fine. Why? Because I know, well, at least for now, I know all the good that I've done in my life. I mean, that's a terrible thing. The loss of self. There was a book on it about dementia and so on. But you don't take rebirth until you actually clinically die. The dementia and Alzheimer's part, from my standpoint, it constitutes perhaps bad karma that one has accumulated. and now you're like in pretty much vegetative state because you're no longer, you know, conscious, aware, and remember the people who you love in the home and so on and so on. It's terrible with Alzheimer's and dementia. So, you want to live a good life equals a good death, and that means the fulfillment of one's entire lifetime. You don't want to be subject to these types of karmic effects where you have dementia, where you can't enjoy the remaining balance of your life. I mean, 60 years old is considered young with the advancement of medicine and so on. We Buddhists realize the dangers of the First Noble Truth and the workings of law, and the law of cause and effect. So therefore it provokes wise fear again, going back to that we should give more and take less so that our life could be healthy, peaceful, longevity, and full of energy to serve the people even more. Okay? We don't want to be like, yeah, I'm young, where all of my vital organs are functioning just fine. Well, I'm going to take advantage of this and hit the clubs and do drugs and not keep the precept and not follow the Noble Eightfold Path. People do that. And pretty soon it will ripen. When? I don't know. Varies for everybody else. So therefore, we're getting ready to leave right now. Thank you all for joining. If I missed anything, please, give me a message. I hope that was comprehensive enough for the basic student out there to understand basic teachings on karma, law of cause and effect. The kids running around here and they're looking at me and they're like, yeah, we see what you're trying to do. We're trying to keep it quiet for you. So I'll keep you guys updated. There were some things that I wanted to address. I need to write it down, so I'll come back to it. Got my notebook in my backpack over there. But until the very next time, thank you for being wonderful listeners. May you all be well, be happy, be free, and always be healthy. Sadhu, sadhu.